All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially live with another session of our Staffmark podcast. I'm so excited to be coming to you today with a wonderful acquaintance that I have come in contact with through some of our community engagement stuff here in Plant City. We will get into that in just a second, but I want to see the ticker on the side of the screen go up. So if you're joining, feel free to share the link out. Let your friends and family know you're watching, and we will get started. If you have never seen my face before, my name is Haley Franklin, and I am the market manager for our Florida Staffmark branch. So I'm very honored to be a part of the community in Plant City. And the idea of this podcast came about because I wanted the community to know of gyms that we have that are available to them, especially in the workforce solutions realm. So today we have a food bank, and I'll let her talk more about that here in just a minute, but it really ties in with some of our candidates and our talent on assignment, and where they can go to get the help they need. So if you don't know what Staffmark is, we are a staffing agency that staffs literally all across the spectrum. We do very entry-level work all the way up to director-level work, and we are actually the matchmaker that matches the candidates to the employers. So keep that in mind if you know anybody looking for a role or a business that's hiring that needs help filling that hard to fill role. Let me know, and we will go ahead and get started. So my amazing guest speaker on here today is Miss Scarlett Haynes from United Food and Bank
Hello.
Services. She is the Community Engagement Manager. Hi, Scarlett.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me. I just knew when I met you. So I met Scarlett, it's been a week and a half or so ago now, about 2 weeks maybe, through a friend at the Chamber of Commerce. And we volunteered at the food bank. And it was such a good experience just to go in and see what our community has to offer our people. And so it's just been a very cool experience. And thank you so much again, Scarlett, for joining me. Is this your first podcast?
Yes, it is. It's my first podcast and first video podcast all in one. So I'm super excited and thank you for having me and selecting me. I was very honored to receive that text from you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad you could hop on here with us and just give the viewers a chance to learn a little bit more about United Food and Bank Services. So let's go ahead and get started. I would like to start off by asking just can you tell us a little bit more about United Food Bank and Services and what exactly you and your team do for the region and how long you've been in your role?
Yeah, so United Food Bank and Services, we are in a brand new building this year. We've been around since 1991, so we've been deeply rooted in this community. So it was important for us to really stay in the location we've always been in. So essentially bulldozed the previous building and planted a brand new warehouse right on top to expand our reach and capacity. So we do all things services for families, children, and seniors. So, really, we're seeing that food is what brings people into our world, some kind of food insecurity, but there's really other things that are going on in their homes that led them to being food insecure. So things like maybe they have lost their job and just need to get back on their feet, or they're having maybe some health concerns within their family, whether it be mental or physical. And so we want to be that light in people's world where they can come in, receive services like our feed classes. Just the other day, we were talking about mental health and things they can do with that. So we really are educating our community, empowering them, and really sending them home with meal that they can bring home to their family.
I really love that. And I'm glad you mentioned the feed program too. We might talk a little bit more about that if you don't bring it up later, but I wanted to just show the viewers that are watching, and they may watch this later. A lot of our viewers do play it back, but the programs that they have really connect with what we do at Staffmark because we work with all walks of life, all backgrounds, all cultures, and some people need help along the way. Circumstances happen, life happens, and we're able to give them the job that they need to get their feet back on the ground. And Scarlett's able to give them meals for themselves and their family. So we really love that connection.
Yeah.
let's see what else we've got here. So, and did you mention how long you have been in?
Yeah. So I've actually been in the food banking world for a little over 7 years, but in this current position, I've been at United Food Bank and Services since May of this year, 2025. So we're about maybe 6 months role here as the community engagement manager, whereas before, a lot of my history in food banking was in operations, logistics, compliance. So this gave me a great opportunity to exercise my skills in a creative capacity that I've always dreamt of doing in this world, and just being a creative light, because it really is a niche industry that you would never believe, just some of the challenges and successes that we have day to day. And it's just very a rewarding job, and it's something that I truly have always loved to do.
That's amazing. I wanted to give the viewers listening a chance to kind of envision what this looks like, because when you think of a food bank, I'm from Carrollton, Kentucky, and it's a very small scale operation. But this operation here in Plant City is huge. It's a literal warehouse. It's humongous. They have forklifts in and out with supplies and food and just different things. It's a huge warehouse, and her background in operations and logistics and things like that probably really helped her prepare for this role. So we know all about that side of it too. We help get people in the right roles for those spots as well. But yeah, it's a huge facility. So if you ever get a chance, reach out to Scarlett and maybe get a tour of the facility and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, Scarlett, do you care if I share some of your contact information, like your email address, in the comments?
Yes, absolutely. Please reach out to me. So, anytime that your business or you or your family want to come and volunteer with us, I'll be your contact. We love setting up groups to come in, either whether from a corporate world or maybe a church group, or just like the Plant City Chamber group, whatever it may be. So we'd love to bring in more people just to see the great work we're doing and how much we've really evolved even over the last year.
I love it. Let's roll into. So I know you divulged a little bit of information here about your story and your journey to get where you're at to this point. Can you give us a little bit more background of how you got here?
Yeah, so I think I've always had a passion of serving the community and just service. I care a lot about just family and making sure that they're equipped to be as happy and healthy as possible. I love just talking to people. And so I really found I had no idea what a food pantry even was when I was in college. And so, I went to USF, and I also went to the University of Tampa, and earned my degrees there. So, but I was introduced to a world I never knew about, I would say back in 2018. And so ever since then, it was pretty much history. I truly love, honestly, just giving people what was just a box of food, because that really was food banking when I first started. Was, here we'll get them through the first, a day or so, but now we're implementing different services. How can we expand the dollars in your, account? We've, satisfied maybe a couple expensive items at the grocery store. Now maybe they're more enabled to save money if they need to save for a house, all those things. So really just that family oriented mindset has been just my journey along the way. And I think I get the philanthropy mindset, I would say, probably from my parents. They adopted two children that are my brothers from the Hillsborough County foster care system. So my brothers are just everything to me. So I have one biological and two adopted, but I feel as though I am just live for them, and I'm always thinking about them. So how, if I can support anyone else, it just brings me happiness.
That's an amazing story. I love that you shared that. This is definitely something that's right up your alley. Then you can tell you have a heart for it. And I think what is so cool about finding community partners to do this podcast with is that we all have something in common. We all
Mhm.
love to help people, and we all
Mhm.
love to just get them to that next step that helps them
Mhm.
just grow. And I think
Yeah.
that's amazing. So, very cool
Mhm.
stuff, Scarlett. Thank you.
Yeah. The
Um,
work really brings me a lot of energy. So it's just I really can't imagine doing a different role. I just feel so, like it would be doing a disservice to the community to kind of leave this world because I really it's
yeah.
so niche and having that foundational knowledge and just the want really to end hunger in our communities is something that I was even talking about in college before I knew what a food bank and a food pantry was. It was already a mindset. So
I love it. That is simply amazing. It was meant for you for sure.
thank you.
Okay, so what is your favorite part about your current role with United Food Bank?
Yeah, so definitely the creativity. So prior to this, just being more in a corporate food banking setting, there wasn't a lot of opportunity to be creative just because of the day to day and so
Right.
much to do, and it wasn't defined in my role. And so I love that I've been able to. Just develop more skills on website development, marketing, communications. It has been a specialty of mine, and now I can really lean into it. Working social media, making graphics, and just making the experience fun, whether it be for the employees that work here, the volunteers that come here day to day, and the member and client experience of people that we're serving. Their experience matters too, even when it comes to how the box is packaged. Was it, there's even dignity in how we're creating and boxing, the product. So that's something that I really enjoyed having just a total creative role as well.
So you mentioned social media, and I am obsessed with all things social media. I just think it's such a cool way to reach people that may
Mhm.
have not ever even known that you
Mhm.
exist, and for
Mhm.
free usually. The
Yeah.
organic reach is amazing. So I would love to share your handle for
Yes.
most of your social media outlets. I'll put it in the chat right now if you want to just tell me.
Yeah.
This.
So all of the major social media pages, it's United Food Bank and Services. It's our 501(c)(3) name, just United Food Bank and Services. The only difference is TikTok. It's United Food Bank Services.
Got it. I'm going to put that too. TikTok, United Food Bank Services.
Yeah. And
I
I'm
started following you guys on everything.
Oh, perfect. Well, I appreciate that. And I'm just loving, making the videos and content. And I'm really proud of how much we've grown too. And just looking at, the analytics and insights, we're reaching thousands and thousands of people a month. I think, in 1 month, it was in the hundreds of thousands. So a lot of our reach is getting all over the place just through the use of hashtags and things like that are really resonating with a lot of people. So
That's
now is the time in the social media world.
Yes, for sure. Just one video might go viral and then
Hmm.
your whole world's blowing up. So that's pretty
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about so the next question. Okay, I love this question. This is probably my favorite when I ask people. Can you give us an example of a success story that started with an individual and turned into a full-time employee at a company in our region? And I love this one because I think I know the answer, and I think it's right here in Plant City. So go ahead with
Yeah. So I have two answers. So I have another answer as well. But so since I haven't worked here for too long, I've had to ask, have there been any success stories prior than when I started in May? And so Mary Hasek, our COO or CEO, let me know of an amazing story about how one of the clients we were serving ended up getting a full-time job as a either assistant grocery store manager or grocery store manager, who then later became a donor of ours. So it was just a ripple effect from there about how we were able to uplift this woman's life, get her into a position where she was on top of bills, on top of all of the things that she needed to be, because we were able to expand that capacity in her bank, account. Essentially, she got skill development through our feed program as well. And it has just been an amazing journey for her that she was able to end up getting a job at a grocery store, and they weren't donating to us at that point, and now they are. So I mean, full circle, we rely extremely on our donors at our retail level, and so just getting their donations has been an amazing opportunity. And then also, one of our current staff members here used to be someone that we were serving, that were coming to our feed classes, and she has been the most amazing addition to our food bank family, and has been able to even offer bilingual classes. So now she went from being a classmate of a student of our feed cohort, and then it turned into now she's teaching the feed cohort in Spanish, and helping us reach such an amazing, diverse, wide population of people.
I just love that so much. I actually got to meet her in person and she's amazing. Her smile literally will brighten up your whole day. She's very knowledgeable too about everything, the ins and outs of the food bank,
Mhm.
and just very interesting. I loved her.
Mhm.
You mentioned the feed program, and I'm going to give you a
Yes.
chance at the end to talk about stuff. So let me not get ahead of myself. Let
No,
me
you're
jump into
good.
the next question. Okay, so would you like to mention anything else exciting happening with your organization right now that viewers might be able to learn or take advantage of?
Yes. So there's always a need for volunteers. So just getting different groups in. And fun fact, if you've noticed, my shirt is wet. It's because I just came from a distribution out here, happily serving. I think we've done a couple hundred people this morning. So it is very hot in Florida. So I went from one thing to another so happily to do it. I texted Haley I might be doing the podcast out here, just because we did have a unexpected absence. So we just needed to fill in, and we're happy to do so. And with that, we need volunteers that are want to come and hang out with us for a couple hours and distribute food. We're also looking for our more so, we wanted to invite the community out to a couple events that we're having. So
Right.
tomorrow, September 27th, we're going to be at the Red Calliope from 11 to 2 p.m. Leslie, who is on our Empty Bowls committee, we'll be having our 15th annual Empty Bowls event this coming up November. But tomorrow, she'll be live painting the community bowl from 11 to 2, so you can pop in. You're going to be able to see me. I'll be taking some pictures and videos, and then we're going to just have a great time and hang out together. And then on October 23rd at the Red Calliope as well, that's October 23rd, all of our artist auction bowls will be on display. So and we're going to start the bidding. So you'll get a chance to see all of the bowls made by artists this year, including Leslie's that she's painting at the event tomorrow. And so just like a little sneak preview, so you can get your eyes on which bowl you might want to be bidding on. And then just a couple weeks after that, on November 8th, is the Empty Bowls event presented by Driscoll's, and I happen to have a little sign for it right here.
Love that.
So super cute. It's our 15th year at the Robert Williford train station. So this is something we've done for 15 years now. Again, we're so deeply rooted in this community. And so everyone that attends are going to be able to pick a bowl made by a local middle school student or an elementary student. So it's really fun to walk around and pick out a bowl that you'll be receiving as part of your ticket. Tickets are $10, and you can reach out to me. You'll get soups, There's going to be a balloon artist. So lots of fun that day at the train station.
That is amazing. I went to the train station's ribbon cutting ceremony, completely blown away. I was like, this has got to be one of the coolest things that I've been to in Plant City.
It's,
All of the
it's
artifacts and stuff, I'm like, this is so cool.
this town is so historic and just so beautiful. I love learning the history about it, and just everything about the trains is very interesting for me personally.
Well, I went ahead and put a little blurb about each event that you stated in the comments section. If anybody has questions about any of those things, feel free to reach out to Scarlett. She will definitely hook you up. What is the Empty Bowls event? What is that?
So, Empty Bowls is an annual fundraiser that we have every year. So, we'll have two fundraisers every year to really help us um, continue growing our programs, sustain our programs. And so, we've got our sponsors for our Driscoll's event. And so, really, it's just a community wide gathering to really lean into how we can move this mission forward, finding people that are passionate, that want to help us either with through their voice, by sharing. Maybe they don't have funds, but maybe they can donate, their voice and reshare our things on social media. So really, just to answer that question, it is our major fundraising event of the year. Empty Bowls is actually a nationwide campaign that a lot of other food banks take part in. It was created long, long, long ago just by a gentleman that saw a need for the community and thought, why not merge craft, culture, art into our world of ending hunger? And so then became Empty Bowls. So we just have a lot of fun putting on these events for the community. And then we will be having our annual Food for All fundraiser at the Osprey View in Thonotosassa. There are vineyards in Thonotosassa. I had no idea. It is beautiful. So we're looking for sponsors currently for that event too. You don't want to miss out. The venue is absolutely stunning. There's going to be so many opportunities to meet other businesses and partners and mingle, take selfies in the vineyard. So all the things.
I love that. That sounds like something I would love to attend. I am such a networking person. I'm like, if I can just meet one new person, I would be happy. So that's
Yes.
I'm putting that in the chat as well. Let's see. Anything
I think
else?
that Well, I was going to say, I think that's why we've just connected right away. I feel like we have very similar personalities that just throw us into a room and tell us to talk and network to anyone. And it is like, it comes easy to us. And I feel like you would say the same. I just have enjoyed just the couple of times we've seen each other, I guess. Even we ran into a magic show at a ribbon cutting at Chicken Salad Chick, and just it was so funny, and I'm just really glad to have met you, through my role here.
I'm so happy to have met you too. And I always say that connections are no mistake. I met you for a reason. And I think that Mabel getting us to volunteer that day happened for a reason, for sure. So I can
Mhm.
meet you and we can continue the partnership and help each other
Yes.
in any way that we can. So I've got your flyers out on our table in our Staffmark branch. So I tell people about it all the
Okay.
time to come in. And I'll definitely, if anybody has questions, I'll definitely send them your way about any of these
Mhm.
events happening with you guys. So exciting. So exciting.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much again.
Yes. Thank you. Really appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. And guys, we will see you next month on the final Friday at 11 a.m. with a new community partner. I'll post that as soon as I know who it is. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.